Welcome back. And we are back with our grand final coming to you very, very shortly. Hopefully, very, very shortly. Um, that was our trailer that we showed a bit, and we showed our double tap recap video, going through some of what double tap's all about and the game mode in general. Um, but we'll talk a bit more about this upcoming game on our hands right now. Obviously, we got these maps coming in, starting off with Vertigo, heading to Overpass, and finishing on Mirage if we get there. What are your thoughts on Overpass, Reese? How is that one going to be played out?
I think it's going to be a very interesting way to put it out. We've already seen how smart Simply Square and, or actually all the players in our grand final, how smart they've been with their post plant positions. And Overpass is a map in particular where you can play your post plants really, really well. Look at the A side, you can play long, really deep long, really close long, and then the dreaded toilets. And I know yourself, Stefan, you know how annoying it is to play against toilets. And just all the little holes, the nooks and crannies, which players can just hide behind, just do little jiggle peek just to get that information. Now, if you're finding someone in the toilets, you're better off just pushing them, trying to remove them from the equation, maybe drop a smoke on bomb, go for that defuse. But I think when it comes to overpass, we're going to see a lot more of the tactical side of Counter Strike from both these two teams.
Yeah, definitely very much in the mind game sort of setup for Overpass. Is he going to stick it? Is he not going to stick it? Is he going to peek me after I tap it? So many things to consider, and it's very interesting. I'm very curious to see how it would be played out. Um, but yeah, we are still waiting for Voxxi. I'm getting told by an admin maybe we should interview one of our grand finalists. Apparently, Luke is ready to be interviewed before this game, a pre-match interview, and see his opinion about how that is going to end up. I don't know if we've got anything set up for that to actually take place. Um, but maybe we'll get into that a little bit potentially. But yeah, I mean, the Overpass will be a very interesting game. But if we do get to Mirage in our final map, how will that one play out? Because obviously we have seen Mirage come up quite a few times, and a lot of different teams have approached it differently. We've seen the aggression, we've seen the pairing up, we've seen the post plants being played out well. Are we going to see a mixture of all of them put together? We know how the AWP is being played, but how is it going to work when we get to this sort of caliber of players?
Yeah, I think you're spot on there. I think we're going to see a mixture. I think in our grand final, both of these teams and players are of a very high level of skill in Counter Strike and what they possess. And I think that both these teams are, they'll both start off with this game plan going into the map, but then I think they'll be very quick to adjust. There's something's not working, that they'll adjust on the spot to change it. So maybe they start off the map with showing some aggression. We've seen before Simply Square and Chicken in the previous map showing some aggression. Maybe Voxxi and FNO are set up ready for the aggression. And if Deag Wahid do find that that is not working, that they'll be very quick to swap. And I think the same thing goes for Voxxi and FNO. We've seen them play their post plants to perfection. But if they start getting smoked off, I think we'll be ready for the aggressive peaks that we've seen from FNO with the AWP.
Yeah, absolutely. Two very, very solid AWP players going into this game. Ethanol's been a standout for his team, with his AWP being picked up, and obviously the man, myth, legend, Simply Square himself. He has been performing very well with that AWP in hand. Traditionally, it has been AWP for a long, long, long time, but recently, from what I've seen of him, he hasn't been actually using it too much. So, sort of rolling back the days a little bit of the AWP here, maybe trying to get in Mist's head, and he actually sort of found himself again using that AWP, hit some really, really nice shots. So I'd be interested if he does pull that out again in this grand final. Um, there's lots of different ways this grand final could go. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it when we do get into this. But I believe that we have an interview with Simply Square coming in very, very shortly. Obviously, Simply Square is one of our grand finalists. I believe we're ready for it now. I think he is happy to be moved in here any
Welcome in,
second now.
Simply Square. Any second now. The magic will happen. We'll say welcome in Simply Square, and Simply Square will magically appear in here. And there we go.
Hello.
Simply Square.
Mr. Simple
I've also
Square.
been told that Voxxi's turned up as well, so this might be a quick interview.
Right.
But Simply Square, what are your thoughts going into this game? How are you going to predict this one? How's it going to end up for you?
I've basically just told my substitute partner to just rush them, and I'm hoping that's going to win.
Interesting, interesting. Is there any thought process behind these pick bans? What do you think of them picking Vertigo against you despite you beating them earlier in the tournament?
I think they just picked it out of spite just to show that they can beat us on it. We picked Overpass because I'm pretty sure Voxxi knows that I've probably clapped him so many times on it before. And then we just decided to go to Mirage because we saw their game against Bot Nobody and Chuckle, and we thought they were kind of throwing quite a lot of rounds. So
Some fighting words coming from Simply Square. I love it.
So I was also talking about the AWP earlier because I know that you haven't been using the AWP too much recently when you've been playing, but you've been bringing it out quite frequently in these past couple games. Was it more to get in Mist's head, or is it something that you're going to be picking up in this game as well? Are you feeling comfortable with it?
a bit of both. I tried to give my partner quite a lot of the AWP opportunities since he wanted to practice, and to be fair, I could do with the AK practice as well.
Okay. Well, I think if Voxxi is good to go, we might be getting into this very, very shortly. So thank you very much, Luke, for getting here for this interview. Maybe we'll be talking to you again after the game if you are the champion.
Awesome.
But
Thanks
yeah,
for having us.
yeah, mate. Oh, see you later. Well, nice.
Fighting words there coming from Simply Square. Obviously, pretty confident going into this match. Rightly slow, coming off that excellent performance from the previous Dust 2 game. And I do have good news. It does look like Voxxi is in the server.
Thank God for that. Let's get ourselves started. I think map picks are good to go. Everyone is sorted. I think we're going to be seeing this map start very, very shortly.
We have the R, one R in chat from the counter terrorists. Just waiting. Next R. And there we have it. The next R.
Yeah.
It does look like we're going to be starting here anytime soon.
Yep. And I'm looking forward to this one. We should be getting started, and there we go. Let's get ourselves into this game. The anticipation's been killing me for the last 20 minutes. I can't wait to see how this all ends up. Starting off CT side ease. Early 2 kills.
And Simply Square.
The man
Setting the pace early.
just in our interview, only 15-20 seconds ago, he walked into this 2 headshots. It's like he's just been seeing them the whole time. Very nice start.
Very confident there from Simply Square. Lovely pistol shots. Setting the tempo pretty early. It looked like Ethanol and Voxxi wanted to dictate the pace a bit and doing pretty much a similar thing to what they did last round. Push the CTs back, but there we are. Simply Square punishing them, and it's all left for Voxxi. Poor old Voxxi. 2v1 situation. Nice smoke there.
It's going to be a really, really difficult round for him to win. Chicken God is just holding him. Voxxi did get through the line, and if he would have hit his first shot on the head, it could have been a different game there. But Simply Square eliminates him, finishing up around very nicely. 2-0 for the CT side here. When are the T's going to find themselves around on their own map pick?
Yeah, sign off very lovely indeed. And the CT split up the first time in this map. Gonna have 2 1v1 situations. Chicken God creeping onto the site here. Slowly. Lovely shot there from Ethanol.
Voxxi almost whiffing there, taking a long, long time to kill Simply Square. But he does manage to find it, and that is the first round for the T's. That is Voxxi and Ethanol taking the first round of this map. What can they do? Ethanol has picked up the AWP here. First time this game. This is the Simply Square. Doesn't matter though, Voxxi's there to pick up the second kill. How is this going to play out now? 1v2 situation for Chicken God.
A lovely double swing there from the T's. Lovely play there from the terrorists, just in that latter part of the round. Throwing the flash over. Even though it didn't flash Chicken God, it didn't matter. The double peek came through, and yeah, they solidified a round.
Looks like CTs are opting to not go together. Oh no, never mind. Simple Square is going to head up, but Chicken God is so far away from him already that it doesn't really matter. Spraying away through our smoke, trading damage of each other, him coming off a bit further. Simple Square on Voxxi, Ethanol with the spray down, taking out both of the CT players for their third round of this game. Very nice from him there. Round 6 starting up, and we have an AWP on Simply Square for the first time in this grand final. What can he do with this? We know how well he can perform with this. We know how much of a game changer this can be. Is he going to spot out where Voxxi is? I think he's got a bit of an inkling that he might be there from that fight. He finds that first kill on Ethanol. He ultra quickscope, misses the follow-up shot. Chicken fires the shot to him. Voxxi's in a really bad position. He's getting shot from all types of angles, and he eventually goes down. Bomb is slowly running out of time here. And that is going to lose in the round.
A bit of a throw there. Chicken God kills his teammate and doesn't even have time to defuse the bomb. Not too sure if that's BM or what's going on.
Maybe the confidence is so high in this counter-terrorist team, they don't even need all these CT rounds. But we've seen before how important these CT rounds are. That was one there from on a plate. Lovely shot from Ethanol. Quick scope, killing Simply Square, eliminating from the game. Now down to Chicken God, 1v2 situation. He spots out where Ethanol is. Isn't sure where
These post being played by the T's. It's just perfection. No one giving themselves up until Chicken God is basically forced to tap the bomb, not giving it Chicken God anything to work with there. Beautifully done there by the terrorists, by Voxxi and Ethanol.
Yeah, lovely. They're playing that really well. Simply Square just hit a headshot through the smoke. As he turns his cheeks after getting team kill, down to Ethanol on a 1v2. He's got the first one, but did he hear Simply Square go on the bomb? I don't know if he might have towards the end there, but he couldn't actually get him with Simply Square's head pointing down towards bomb like that, and he wins the round for him. Third CT round coming in now, as we head into round 9 of this game. Square and Chicken God coming out really aggressively here. Chicken God finding the first kill on Ethanol, down to Voxxi. What can he do? He's got no utility. Chicken God is just running at him. Doesn't give Voxxi a single chance to even fire a bullet, taking Voxxi out of the game. Really nice from the counter-terrorists here.
Yeah, lovely stuff there. Cleaning up around, keeping the scoreline close, 4-5 currently. Now, I think we've always seen that Voxxi and Ethanol tend to do a bit more better on this A site, playing the post plants a little bit better. As you can see, that's what they're currently doing, holding that ramp, making sure Deag Wahid isn't getting anything, making sure their backs are clear. As Ethanol throws a flash over, as he goes for the swing, spots both the counter-terrorists out. God, here, and a lovely shot there from Voxxi just to remove from the round. The post plants being played by Voxxi and Ethanol is just so nice to see.
Yeah, that A-bomb, they're going to go for it again here. When it gets planted in that position, it just sort of lets them play one round one towards that long area, and it's so difficult for them to retake it if there's no one coming from ramp. They are switching up a little bit here though. Some interesting smokes being played out. I'm not sure if the CTs will be ready for this. Voxxi being so close to them. Ooh, oh God. Does survive with a little bit of health. We know where he is now. And Voxxi spamming away at Simply Square. It's so close. Only got 2 bullets left in his gun. Just trying to run this hammer down. What can Simply Square do? He just goes on the bomb. And he gets taken out, unfortunately. Really nicely played from Voxxi, just to jiggle around that bomb and not give Simply Square a single chance. I think he just sat on the bomb because that was the only way he could actually win that round.
And looks like Simply Square had enough and has brought the AWP out. Are we going to see something special here, Stefan, with the AWP in Simply Square's hands?
I think he's definitely the man to watch here. We've seen what he can do it before. He needs something special. We've seen this position from the terrorists as well. And he doesn't care, he's playing so good. Ethanol taking his head off. And now it's a 1v2 for JCR. He is in no man's land. How is he going to approach this one? But it's not giving anything to him. And when he eventually does get on it, he is immediately sprayed down by the terrorists.
Yeah, it's so difficult that the position Chicken God found him in. Voxxi and Ethanol not giving him anything to work with, forcing him to tap that bottom, and as soon as he's tapped a bomb, the double swing comes through. Beautifully played there from.
Nice headshot from Voxxi here. Good start to this round. 1v2 now, all in Simply Square. Takes out Ethanol with a nice headshot. Down to 1v1, he knows where he is. They both know where he is. He jumps in with Box. Voxxi hits a very nice headshot to finish that round off. And if they lose this half, 11-4, it definitely looks a lot worse than 10-5, and maybe Chicken God will be regretting that decision, how he lost that round. If that does fall that way.
Potentially could be around to fight them later on. Now, Simply Square, I think they've now realised that they can't wait back for these post-marks. Nice shot there. 1 HP, he's going to kill Voxxi. Not able to kill Voxxi. Voxxi brought down to 39 HP, Chicken God. Voxxi able to get the kill, though. Chicken God, what are you doing? Brought 17 HP. Voxxi survives just around. What was happening?
Incredible play from Voxxi there. I was surprised when he killed Simply Square, but when he managed to wide swing and kill Chicken God, that was just incredible. He's going to hear Chicken God running, stomping about, takes him out of that orb. He's now down Simply Square, and they are oh so close to each other. They're literally in each other's faces in the smoke. They just don't know. And Voxxi does manage to kill Simply Square there. That was a really, really tough one. And looking at the scoreboard, Chicken God on 1 kill and 11 deaths, really slowing it Simply Square down. And like I was mentioning earlier about how if they lose this game, Chicken God definitely is going to be thinking himself to blame, because they did beat them this map earlier in the tournament with the other teammate.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe that round where he knifed them might come back to bite them, but he's quick there from Simply Square to deny them any match attendance. And lovely shot from Ethanol just to remove Chicken God. All left up to Simply Square. Those are both players are now. Spots out Ethanol jumping towards the ramp with one hand. Lovely shot onto Voxxi in a 1v1. Picks up USP here. Repositioned. Ethanol has it all to do here now to figure out where Simply Square has gone to. Simply Square calling a fake out. Drops, spots his backpack. Is able to get the kill. Lovely play there from Simply Square to guarantee them this first pistol round.
Yeah, despite that being a 1v2, because they were so separated, it was really 2 1v1s, and it's very hard to pit Simply Square against you in a 1v1 in that situation. He positioned himself so nicely to win that round at the end. Very nice play from him. Molly's doing a lot of damage. They know where Ethanol is now, and Voxxi just trying to peek around the smoke to find out where Simply Square is. That's gonna catch him off guard. Very nice flash. All down to Chicken God. Those body shots on Ethanol does a bit of damage. Can't finish off the kill though. And that's the first round of the half. Or the second round of the half, sorry. Going in favour of the counter-terrorists.
Name a better duo than Voxxi and Smokes. We've seen throughout this tournament, Voxxi hiding in the smokes, playing around smokes, using the smokes to perfection, just to give him that advantage in the situation. This Chicken God is going for a sneaky push behind him. I think the timing's going to work out. Voxxi actually checks it.
So aware. Nice to fight Chicken God. It's Simply Square in a 1v2 again. And he's got a scout, he's got the tag, but Ethanol is hunting him down. He can't do anything against it. He gets taken out, 13-5. Remember, they picked CT first, so they were expecting to be able to come back on this terrorist side. But so far, they only got 1 out of the first 3 rounds. They need to start winning more if they want to win this game. Chicken God aggressively. Ethanol heard it. He didn't make too much noise, which made his whole push useless, really. Square do of York. Woo! It's a nice shot to win this 1v1 situation. Taking them up for the second round 1 of this terrorist side.
Yeah, Chicken God still unfortunately on 1 kill. Hasn't been able to get a kill in these first 4 rounds on the T side, but Simply Square with the AWP in his hand, and that is a terrifying sight. Both for the cannons. From his left side in the Molotov, taking damage here.
Chicken Chicken with the spray down, doing so much damage to Voxxi, but just can't quite finish it off. Has been relayed. Maybe he can try his pistol. Oh, nice play from Simply Square. Managed to get away. Voxxi's got no option left but to pass the bomb. Simply Square. Oh my goodness gracious me! He's just escaping him. He can't find him. Playing with him. Voxxi must be fuming. Really nice play from Simply Square. The perfectly executed 1v1 there.
And looks like Ethanol has had enough and has brought out an AWP himself. Are we going to see an AWP battle? Simply Square versus Ethanol. We might see it. Simply Square playing quite an aggressive angle here. Starting to fall back.
He does get caught off with his back turned, running back.
We up the Chicken God. Hasn't been able to unfortunately do much as of yet, but if he clutches this, all is forgiven. Able to get the first kill. Spots out the second. Voxxi going for the swing. Chicken God not look like he's ready yet. Unfortunately, isn't. Voxxi trusted A1S. A1S is doing bits.
They've been doing a lot of work this whole tournament, and yeah, it's worked out for him again there. That's been like the 14 rounds, and there's not much space for mistakes for this terrorist side now. They really need to start winning more consecutive rounds and sort of chaining them together if they want to win this match. Oh, that's a lovely shot from Voxxi on Chicken Gun. Trying to play a bit too aggressive. Things a bit too predictable this game so far. But are they going to expect Simply Square to beat
Oh, the trigger discipline from Simply Square. Letting Voxxi run past him. Already been spotted. All left in the 1v1. Now knows where Ethanol is. Is Simply Square just going to do what he does best? Jiggle peek, play for the info, force a counter-terrorist, force Ethanol to push him. Again, look at this. Just teasing Ethanol, playing around this box so well. There's no time for defuse. Even if Ethanol gets the kill, he can't do anything. Simply Square playing that round to perfection, right?
And if this is anything to go by, I would not want to verse Simply Square overpass next game. That is something really important to mention. He's using these parts of the map to perfection to win these 1v1 clutches, and he's going to be seeing a lot of that overpass.
Simply Square with the AWP out again. Ethanol doesn't have one in his hands. Unfortunately, takes Chicken Good out. Gets legged in the process now. Watch out with the AWP. Mr. Flick Shot gets punished. Nice shot there. Interesting decision. Go and jump up towards the ramp.
Happened quite a few times now where he thinks he's got a bit more time than he does to try and escape and change his position. But this map's quite small, and by the time you get that first kill, you need to make sure you're ready for them to peek you. Unfortunately, he gets taken down, which puts Voxxi and Ethanol into match point 15-8. They need to win 7 rounds consecutively. Overtime, they want to win this. Chicken God, so aggressive. I think they can see his shadow there, to be honest with you. And Ethanol, is he going to expect 2? Oh my goodness gracious me, he gets the spray down, but loses the fight eventually. 1v1 now, Simply Square on 27.
Oh, made that 5 HP.
And that is the end of this first map. 16-8. Not as close as I thought it might be. To be honest with you, we did expect them to win their map pick, but I thought it was going to be much closer. And as we mentioned earlier, Deag Wahid did defeat them 16-14 earlier in the tournament on this map. And Simply Square is quite confident in them winning this map after. But we're going to see on Overpass how this continues. What are your thoughts on what we just saw there, Reese?
Yeah, quite impressive. I think we really expected what we just saw. It in some aspects it was very close. In other aspects, it didn't seem that close. Unfortunately, Chicken God not able to do what Yagil did so brilliantly on Vertigo previously, but Simply Square still played like we've seen him play the whole tournament. Still using his positioning to perfection. But Voxxi and Ethanol just always double swinging, using utility to perfection. So I think Overpass, we're going to see something pretty much similar, maybe even identical to what we saw on Vertigo, using the post-bump positions, the movement, etc. But I still think it's going to be very close on Overpass. I still do believe we're going to see 3 maps.
Yeah, we did say before the match that this game would be decided on the first map, and after that performance, I find it very difficult to see how they can bounce back from this. It's going to take a lot of willpower and a lot of change of strategy. I really think that They need to get Chicken God on a leash and make sure that he's not playing as aggressive as he once was, because throughout that game, I think especially towards the end, it became so predictable with what his intentions were. Every single round, there was no strategy. It was just a case of I'm just gonna push this. And with that said, I mean, Simple Square did say it himself, to be fair, didn't they, in that interview, that he's told his teammate to keep pushing, and it's not working out so far, to be honest.
Not working out indeed. And we have decided that Ethanol and Voxxi are going to start on the CT side this time. So Simply Square and Chicken God Deag Wahid do get to start
Why is
on
every
that
team doing
more
this?
preferred T side. So if Deag Wahid can get a big chunk of rounds in his first half, we might see this map over pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, every team seems to keep wanting to start on the CT side. I just can't make sense of it. It's very
It's the
interesting.
gamble. It's the gamble that they're calling. Maybe they think it's working. Maybe that's why we're casting stuff.
Yeah,
And they're
I
the
mean,
players.
that was the first map of this tournament that Deag Wahid have given up. So if they've defeated once, can they do it again? And I believe we're about to get underway. Here we go.
And there we go. Potentially our final map in our grand final. Are you ready, Stefan?
I am very excited for this. I can't wait to see how this one plays out. Simply Square and Chicken God on A site, both playing quite aggressive here, trying to push this towards control. Voxxi takes
And
out
guess
Simply Square. He thinks he's boosted for loads, but he's actually done 35 damage to him. Does him another headshot. Here we
this
go.
is what we like to see.
It begins.
But Effel's just sticking it.
It's 10
But
seconds.
it is a 10-second defuse. So he is forced to push Jingo. Jingo must hear him now. Effel playing close. Jingo knows he's not on it now, and there's no time for Effel to use it. And that's what we're talking about. These annoying plays in toilets, which their teams are just going to abuse. And as a CT, you don't have many options to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be seeing a lot of that this game, I think. That's exactly the sort of thing we're expecting to see. And that was with Chicken God as well. I mean, we've seen how good Simply Square is, and Voxxi has been in this position throughout the tournament. It's going to be incredible to see how they play it out too.
For sure. And look at this.
On it there this time. Everyone was just going to try and stick it. Simply Square chase him down. Voxxi to step up the paces. He's left his teammate to die there. On site. And now time is running low. Flashes come over. Voxxi in no man's land. He's got both teammates jiggling him. What is he going to do here? He gets taken out.
Chicken God starting off hot. Maybe he just wasn't a Virgo player. Maybe this is where he comes alive.
Another scout being pulled out by Voxxi this time round. This could work out pretty well from Heaven here if he just sort of oversees a site, spots out the players for his teammate to walk out on. Not going to find anyone so far though. He tries to get out of Heaven. Chicken God is ready for it. Also being taken out by Chicken God. Complete different performance from him this game so far. Picking up 4 kills in the last 2 rounds, I think. So very different. I'm liking it. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Definitely going to be a different game with him picking up that many kills already.
Simply Square already bringing out the AWP. Holding down the flank. Do you reckon Ethanol's heard this? Is that why he's a bit more suspicious? Oh, wow. Lovely shot there. Just to remove Simply Square.
And he's not waiting around anymore. He's pushing up fast. The bomb is planted for him here, sort of, but he needs to expose it a bit further. He's lying up a little bit, but he dinks away. Oh, he's trying to get a kill. Has he got time for this?
This is going to be very close. He doesn't!
Oh my god! That is incredible. It was so close at the end there. Chicken God just trying to tap away and get that final kill. Really, Voxxi has to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, very well played there from Chicken God. And scoreboard already on 5 kills. Already having more than what he did in the whole of last game. And look at this. Simply Square watching over his buddy. Chicken God going to be on the flank here if he continues to push it. Decides against it. Both players playing towards long, but Voxxi and Ethanol pushing through toilets here. When are they going to realise, Stefan, They're not there, and they're coming to your right. Simply Square.
They found both of them. Simply Square and Chicken God teaming up in long. It was the correct decision not to flank round. As much as I'd like to have seen it, it was the correct decision. They worked together and they get both those kills there.
And look at this, changing the pace. They've been playing long, hiding toilet so very often, and now they've cleared whole of CT, whole of heaven. They now know, and bomb is planted so open. It's planted for everything. This is a nightmare. The CT.
He's tapping away. He's doing the same thing, and he's tapping away. I mean, Ethanol. I'm sorry, Ethanol trying to find that kill. Chicken God prevailing. 8 kills. Back. He's on full carry mode right now.
Indeed, he is full carry mode. Not messing about. Maybe he's feeling a little bit bad from the last performance and doesn't want to let his partner down. But the CT's changing it up this round. Get onto site very quickly.
Just sneaking around, getting a kill, losing all his health for it, but he's happy to leave his teammate who's been playing oh so well this game. He's just sitting on it. He needs to get around here quicker. He's not going to get around there quick enough. And back to the first round of the game for the CTs.
Yeah, Chicken was a little bit too late there to swing on it on Voxxi to get a trade, and just allowed him to get onto the bomb site right now. You can see Simply Square with the AWP in hand. The first shot. Flashes everywhere.
On site, Simply Square finding plays left, right, and centre. He's peeking around that pillar, getting 2 kills for himself. Lovely play from him.
I think this is why it was a nightmare to play against Deag Wahid during the Swiss stage. Yagil pushing everything, and Simply Square just jiggling everything. A nightmare combination to play against.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a very, very different, a much more mature performance from Chicken God this game round. He's not just pushing things, he's playing with his teammate, and you can see the difference. It's working out really, really well for them. He's taking out this round though. Voxxi taking out Chicken God, held out Simply Square, a 1v2 situation. It's planted for him, but he needs to get around that corner. He manages to find it too. Incredible 1v2 situation from Simply Square there. Just see his little head through the little gap there. Trying to stick that bomb again. To be honest, it kind of looks like the CT is banking on just holding that bomb down and trying to defuse it and not actually eliminate the opposing team.
Yeah, hoping that they can call a fake and just go for a stick. Is Voxxi going to get stabbed in the back here if he stays here any longer?
Oh,
Is Simply Square going to go for the knife kill?
Oh, you can't let him get out though. Oh, the bomb is actually... Never mind. Oh! He almost... I believe he probably should have waited till that bomb does get tapped, because he can get out that position so quickly.
Yeah.
He expects him to be in heaven.
Yeah, like you said, if the bomb gets tapped, that's the last place they're checking is heaven. He's guaranteed a quick kill on a diffuser and then can get away. Obviously, he's going to have lovely trigger discipline there, but maybe got a little bit too eager that round. And look at the CTs again. They're just... I think they've realised they need to get onto site quicker. There's so many angles to clear that they don't want to run down the clock.
Precisely so. And let's see how... Simply Square happy to take that fight. Ethanol helps out his buddy on short to take down Voxxi. A clean round from them. 9-2 to the terrorist side. Deag Wahid up in the ante here. Winning 9 of these first 11 rounds. Going back at Voxxi. Simply Square probably needs to try and find Voxxi before they sort of pair up, and I think yes, finding him down into a 1v1 situation, and here we are seeing it. The bomb is actually planted for him. It's not. I don't think he knows that though.
Can't actually see bomb, so
he knows that Ethan will still go on the way.
Does have a flash. Sticks it though. Manages to get the kill. That could have been a big blunder.
So close to being a blunder, really. I mean, Simply Square was so it looked like he was so confident it was partly his default position. And it wasn't until that Ethanol tapped it 2 or 3 times they realised, oh crap, I can't actually see it happening. Is he going to expect it to smoke? He hears the footstep from Ethanol, takes him out. Gonna get caught with his pants down from Voxxi. Onshore. Boomer damage, trading damage each other so well. And this
Voxxi's
looks like
just gonna
deja vu.
stick this again.
It's happening again. You need to be quicker, God. You need to get quicker on bomb side. Stop that from happening.
Yeah, exactly like the previous round they won. Same scenario, Voxxi versus Chicken God, and Chicken God hasn't learned that he needs to get close that distance down quicker. Now, RCT's gonna respect that smoke, looks like it is. Look at this, Simply Square is going to flank them short. Surely there is no way that they think this could be a possibility.
It is in the perfect planting spot for him. Oh, this is going to work out gorgeously.
Go for the knife kill. Please go for that knife kill. Oh, he's playing it so well. Here's the first. Gets the second, and Voxxi turns on Simply Square. Gets the headshot, and he's able to get the defuse.
Headshot, spinning around, backing up his teammate. Doesn't let that go for 3. Huge round to win in this game. Unbelievable.
Simply Square had every right to win that round, and Voxxi just took it away from him. Lovely pop back. Simply Square just gained all the information where the CTs are. See Chicken God repositioning there, trying to help his teammate, trying to get a crossfire on this side. CT's walking into it. There's the first kill. There's the second kill. And there it is. 11-4 in the favour of Deag Wahid. What a start!
Over that other round 2 rounds ago. I'm not quite recovered from it just yet. Lovely. I mean, 11-4. I think the CTs will be too annoyed with that. It could have been a bit better. They could have had a couple more rounds, but now they're going on this T side. I think the T side of this map is so strong in different positions that this might be a very close game. Simply Square finding the first player, doesn't expect the second player to be right next to him, and now it's down to Chicken God. He has a kit and a smoke.
Just don't, if it that's a questionable smoke.
It might just work out. But yeah, as soon as those players peek around that smoke, it's not going to go well for him.
And this is where I think Voxxi and Ethanol are going to come into their own, playing the post plants together. We've seen so very often, and like we saw Mirage against in the semi-finals, they played these post plants so very well, able to get the trade. Chicken God 43 HP. Is he going to know where Ethanol is? Got the clue, and the body shots come through. Ethanol's not happy with what's been going on.
What you see in chat? Not sure what they're talking about. But here we go. 2 Galils coming out from the T side. 180. Gonna peek Chicken God early. Wasn't expecting that. Takes him out. Down to Simply Square in a 1v2 with a UMP. He does have a smoke and a kit. Maybe it's worth just going for that. They're gonna try and group up on short as well.
Yeah, this is very tough for Simply Square. Gonna go for the fake with the smoke. Maybe trying to draw the players out.
Oh! He does the damage! He's gonna go for this now. The Alumni is done. This is beautiful play from Simply Square. Unbelievable. Play to perfection. Sitting behind that smoke, doing the damage. They're all spamming the smoke. They got the ammo left when he gets back on that bomb. Incredible play. Win that round. 12 rounds to them now.
Simply Square with the cheeky play. And look at this cheeky boost from Simply Square on top of the head, you know what you call it. Now swapped over, and again. He's done it. He did it last round. Is he going to do it again?
It's slightly more difficult with a lack of smoke grenade. So maybe he'll just sit on the bomb. Coming for the peak. I don't think he's aware that Voxxi's gone out. This is so hard for him now. He's going to just try and stick this bomb. Almost with him there. Sort of giving Simply Square a little bit of a chance, but he manages to find the frag in the end. A nice round one for them.
And Ethanol bringing out the AWP, and it looks like he's going to go for a monster peak where he's going to meet 2 CTs.
It's a nice flashbang.
And he legs both of them.
Oh! shot in the end by Ethanol. I thought he was going to fall for that initial jump. He just waited his time until Simply Square was in a more favourable position, takes him out, and eventually takes out Chicken God too. Very mature performance by Ethanol.
And that is why you like to have the AWP on the T side. So impressive. Closes down this monster position. Simply Square. We'll play right beneath him on Heaven. I wonder if Voxxi's gonna... Very open.
A bit aware of this push. Chicken God tries to do it all by himself, gets taken out on short, and it's now down to Simply Square. It's a nice shot on Ethanol. Being down here, it gets a second kill too. Does he have time to defuse the bomb? I think he will do.
I think it's going to be close, but I think he just about has it. There we go. 13 to 8. Getting ever so closer to that holy round 16 mark.
Yeah, I think there's a good feeling here, but we might be seeing a third map. Simply Square performing very, very nicely. 21 kills within this game so far. But look at this positioning on the post plant. Actually, I kind of is planting them. I was going to say I wasn't planting too well for them, but it's not on default. He's not going to expect 2 players to be there. He knows at least 1 is, and now look at them. Look at the T's here. Almost deciding to go for the aggressive play. So they're going to wait for Simply Square to make the call. Yeah, it's just such a difficult round for him to win there. Very nicely played by Voxxi and Ethanol.
Yeah, with the time so low, they didn't even need to double peek. They could have just sent one player, saw that he wasn't on it, and then that would have been round. Very tough, Simply Square. Almost unwinnable, you could say.
Look at his aggressiveness for CT. They're driving out of this here. Chicken God killing Ethanol. Wasn't expecting that aggressiveness. What situation Voxxi. We've seen what he can do in these kind of situations before. Nice Molotov though. Very, very nice bit of utility there. Voxxi left very difficult situation for him to win that. He does manage to get that first kill on Simply Square, but ultimately too challenging. Double orb being picked out here. Simply Square and Ethanol. Are we going to see a fight? It looks like they're facing each other. Simply Square finding the first kill.
And Simply Square able to get the second. Pretty impressive. Chicken God, Simply Square returning the knife favor that he had in the previous map and removing.
Yeah, another round from Simply Square. Very, very efficient with that orb. Getting the double kill. Puts them onto game point. This will make it a 1-1 in this best of 3, taking us to Mirage. Very different performance we're seeing from this Deag Wahid side. And I like the aggressiveness from them this round again. Pushing up. Being caught off by Ethanol.
Simply Square, but looks like Voxxi's aware. Not even able to get the first shot. Simply Square on 15 HP is able to flick to Ethanol and take us to the third and final map.
Another effective, quick performance from Simply Square. Just coming out of the angle, taking down the AWP on short. Really, really impressive from him. Really, Simply Square is such an effective player on this game, in this map, that he's just taken the game for them. We get to keep this up in the last map.
Indeed, all tied up, 1 apiece. Now going to our final map, with that being Mirage. Now we've seen Voxxi and Ethanol. I've already played Mirage today. I wonder if the game plan is going to stay the same, or are they going to change it up? As we did hear Simply Square in our player interview earlier say that they saw what happened to Mirage, and they think that they can exploit some of Voxxi and Ethanol's weaknesses. So I wonder if there's going to be a tactical change, or are we going to see the similar thing from before, Stefan?
Absolutely so. From what we spoke to earlier, Simply Square was very, very confident in what they can do against Voxxi and Ethanol on this map. Maybe it's that opinion may have changed after versing them on the first 2 maps, but nonetheless, we're going to be seeing a super exciting game here from these 2 well-performing teams, who will come out victorious and be our very first CSGO Double Tap champion here at the National Esports Society Alumni.
Yep, for sure. Who is going to be crowned? And it's all tied up now. There's no one with a map advantage. Everything's even again. All the players have to mentally reset themselves, get themselves all sorted out. Chicken God definitely did that the last map sorted himself out. We do have the R's coming through in chat, looking like our players are ready. Stefan,
Yeah, I'm not
are
quite
you
sure
ready?
who's got the side choice here, but
They are
Hardware
already
has
on the
decided.
sides that they want to be on. With Simply Square and God starting on that. I mean, I'm not even too sure if it's preferred now, but starting on that T side.
Yeah, I
F1
mean,
Voxxi starting on that CT side. And we are just about live into our final map of the grand final on a double tap tournament here at NESA.
here we go. Get into this first round. We're going to start on the A-bomb side.
Towards the site. Voxxi holding
They
back.
heard them in Palace at some time. Doesn't matter. Ethanol finds him. Simply Square waiting for him to jump down to get him out. 1v1 situation. Voxxi versus Simply Square. The tags are coming in. Simply down to 39 health. They're shooting away at each other. There's no headshots coming out, but time is running out on the bomb. Simply Square just running around the bomb site, not giving Voxxi a chance. Winning the first round of this game in the grand final, map 3.
Simply Square playing it to perfection, forcing Voxxi to do everything. Every angle he swing, Simply Square was going the opposite. Now God with a quick peek. Looks like it's been a flash. Voxxi full blind! And he's able to get the headshot onto Chicken. Simply Square returns favor with a deagle, and Ethanol is of course there. That round is insane. If there's more like that to follow, this is gonna be an insane final match.
Oh, look at BM already shooting the body at his dead little body. But yeah, the incredible full blind headshot, just predicting where the peak was going to come from. Just the map knowledge and the expectancy between these two, the respect of what they're going to expect. Another flashbang coming out, Voxxi again. Spamming away each other, trading a bit of damage. Simply Square giving it up and returning to a safer position. Spots out Ethanol, he knows where both are now. Chicken God's got to help him out. He's got to do something here.
We have Chicken God here. Gets the first kill. Ethanol on the bomb. Isn't there. Ethanol gets the kill. Forced Chicken God.
Running out of time.
Forcing the swing out of him.
So close! Oh my, 0.2 second remaining. The fuse. Only if Chicken God just waited an extra 0.2 seconds. There's such fine lines in this game already. It's all to play for. Simply Square pulling out the AWP. Playing a very open angle here.
Bomb planted so open here. Planted very open for ramp. Simply Square making a lot of noise, jumping about.
Ethanol definitely knows where he is at this point. Knows at least one of those rounds, and I think they can gather. Grove probably ran. Square hitting the first shot. Chicken God backing him up to get that second kill on Ethanol. Lovely play from both of them too. Starting this round off, Ethanol can be pushing shorts. Might see an early encounter between Chicken God and Voxxi inside apps here. Chicken God playing quite an unusual position. Is Voxxi going to expect it? Absolutely not.
Simply Square just dancing around the villa. You can see on the X-ray. Just dancing around, never keeping himself still, always on the move. Still pretty close though. No one's taking the early lead. Simply Square, he's taking a no out of Sam. Sam got hiding in the smoke. Ethanol able to take out Chicken God. It's all left to Simply Square here.
Got a lot of work to do here. Not in the greatest position, but it doesn't matter. He finds that first kill in 3.
And similar, I think Voxxi's having flashbacks to that pistol round. Simply Square just ducking and diving, dodging around, jumps on the bomb, sees him, commits the spray and takes out Voxxi. Simply Square is such a menace to play against. When you're in that 1v1 situation, he is bombed down. He is not giving you a single thing to work with.
Yeah, it's incredible the way he's doing that. It's just Voxxi must be getting so frustrating. It seems to always fall to Voxxi versus when it's happening. So
lovely plot flash there for Voxxi and F. No, now Voxxi, is he gonna spot Simply Square? Spots him out. Not able to get a kill all left up to Ethanol now. We've seen Ethanol been able to do this before. But Chicken God is there to back up his buddy Simply Square in the apps position.
5-2 now, winning the last 4 rounds in a row. This T side starting to get themselves feeling warm in this game, getting themselves ready. If they can take this, they can win everything now. 13-2.
That's a nice shot from Ethanol to remove Chicken God. And look at it, be hopping towards. Does he see the barrel of Simply Square's gun? I think he has. He sees it, legs Simply Square goes for the swing all up to Voxxi. There we go. Simply Square had no right winning that round, and rightly so. Voxxi takes him out. Lovely play there from Ethanol to pretty much single-handedly win them the round.
Yeah, I mean, he got that angle position set on Simply Square, and the origination did the damage. It's leaving Voxxi's job super easy to do. He's spraying away. He almost would have gave it to Ethanol to start spraying back there, but he was full blind for so long. Down to Voxxi. 1v2 situation. He's all alone on the site, on the stairs position. He's got so many angles to clear. What's he gonna do here? Look at the one angle where the player is in shadow. Gets his head taken off for it.
Yeah, that's really sad from Ethanol's point of view there. Ethanol looked like he was waiting for CT aggression. Then looked like he saw the flash, but just he flicked back too early and got full blinded. Really unfortunate there from Ethanol.
There's aggression from the team side. Both trading fires with each other. Takes him out. I think he knows he's here now, Ethanol. Free fire it. Lars managed to pick up that kill. Another round goes in the favour of the CTs.
Yeah, that looked like a really nice setup there from Deag Wahid. Simply Square with the AWP. As soon as he fired, even if he missed, if Chicken God had just stayed in that position, there's no way Ethanol thinks the Chicken God's there. But Chicken God just showed himself a little bit too early there.
Yeah,
Chicken God with Ethanol rather with the AWP. Look at him holding that CT aggression. But gets punished for it.
1v1 situation now.
He's gonna stick this.
Stick on
1
this.
second, I don't think he's gonna I think he's gonna get it!
Oh,
yes,
he
does!
manages to get the defuse!
Just in time. We've seen it so very often. Voxxi just sticking it, not faking it ever, and he does it again, and Simply Square
Finally
able to
getting
get the
the
kill.
better of Simply Square after all these times where he's been jiggling everything. Finally, Voxxi wins one of the diffusers. It's a nice flash, but he's not going to find anyone in CT. Spots one out in Palace, too late to react, gets taken out. Are they going to expect him to be CT? It looks like they are. Comes bombing out, manages to find the kill. So much health for it! Holy crap, that was clutch! The Molotov lands at his feet, but he manages to take him out just before the tick gets to him and kills him. Incredible play from Chicken God.
What are we watching? Some insane plays. Commits to the spraying, rightly so. Dies immediately after the final bullet. Looks like Chicken God looks away at the wrong time. All left up to Simply Square. Hiding behind the pillar. I don't think he's been. I think he's just been spotted out there by Voxxi. Looks like he's aware.
Oh, he gets through that. A nice flash from Ethanol to finish that round off. So they're starting to win a lot more rounds. There's won 4 out of the last 6 rounds on this CT side. And 6 rounds on the CT side is very impressive. If I was Deag Wahid, I'd be feeling a bit nervous. Have to go left track for sure. Early kill from Simply Square though on Ethanol.
Will Simply Square going for the wild swing. Chicken God running back to try and support his teammate here. Simply Square ducking and running with the tail between his legs right into ramp. Hiding.
Oh,
Misses the shot that looked like it should have landed on him. But Chicken God is there for clutch around whim. Now we did hear in the play interview by Simply Square that he thought that Voxxi Ethanol threw quite a few rounds, but it doesn't look like they're throwing many rounds today in this matchup. Both players coming from short. It's all going to be up to Chicken God. Nice shot there. Remove Ethanol. Now all up to Voxxi. Chicken God resets the spray and takes him out as well.
Yeah, a nice double kill there from Chicken God. Both headshots, those long range angles with AK-47, and they've managed to salvage the half a little bit. But 6 rounds lost on that T side is not something they're going to be too happy with. They definitely want to get a good start on this CT side. They don't want to lose too many rounds consecutively to get that leveled up.
Both the CTs coming through the connector area and just get onto site super quickly. But Ethanol pokes himself out and just removes Simply Square all up to Chicken God here. Does have a kit on his back, but look at Voxxi hiding behind the smoke. Ethanol doesn't even need the help of his buddy and just takes Chicken God out. And just that's I think the staple of Voxxi and Ethanol. They play the post bonds so well throughout this tournament.
Absolutely. Especially Voxxi with these smoke grenades, he's just sort of playing around how he's going to do it, but you just can't predict it. Nice shot from the Square at the start of this round, and a follow-up from Chicken God to win this first CT round for themselves. 10-7. Very nice.
Yeah, it doesn't matter about the post balance if you can't land the first aim duels. We have our first buy round coming through. Are we going to see anything spicy coming through? Are we going to see double push? We're waiting the aggression of the CT. Like, no one's going to give it to him, so I wonder when he's going to decide, enough is enough, I need to help my teammate on site.
I mean, Simply Square has timed this perfectly. It's Voxxi just around the corner. He finds him. 1v2 situation. He's not going for it. Ethanol does manage to take out Chicken God in full health. Is he going to find the shot? I think he was looking for it. He just couldn't find it. Ethanol manages to eliminate him, winning the round. And we're now going to see Simply Square on North. This game is so close. I have no idea how this is going to end out.
Yep. That Molotov denying Simply Square. It looks like Ethanol, is he going to present himself to Simply Square? But he just takes himself out. Lovely shot there to remove Simply Square. It looked like Ethanol was walking to his death there with Simply Square in the op, but Simply Square with those old man reaction times, not able to take Ethanol out.
It might have just been something to do with that Molly smoke where Ethanol could see him, but he couldn't see him. The other way around. I know those Molly smokes are super glitchy. Very unfortunate for Simply Square if that is the case. Ethanol slowly peeking CT here. Is he going to keep going? Is he going to find Chicken God? He is. Nice headshot. All down to Simply Square, walking out of Palace. They've got a good idea where he could be. Palace is one of the only places left where they haven't checked. And he's running out of time slowly. Spots out the head of Ethanol. Yeah, like I said, he's not going to do much. Ethanol managing to find him from CT of York. Double kill from him. Very nice round.
Simply Square with the AWP in his hands yet again. Is he going to be able to produce anything special here? Oh, double CT push here from the terrorists. But Chicken God not there to receive the punishment. Ethanol abusing one of these CT smokes, playing on top of Ticket. Spots out Chicken God, but Simply Square's there for the trade. Now all up to Voxxi. We've seen these two go at it time and time again in these 1v1 situations.
Running out of time though. He needs to peek him. Wasn't quite sure where to peek there. Ramps or CT. I think he needs to just make a decision and choose one and commit to it. If he's wrong, but he can't choose both of them. Gets eliminated for it. Chicken God spawned so close this time. He actually just rushed up there. He would have caught Voxxi off guard. Voxxi's sit on the bomb. Chicken God just keeps making noise. Voxxi was so ready for that. Eventually traded out, but Ethanol just ready for it.
Yeah, the trade's going back and forth, but eventually ending up in the terrorists' favour. Voxxi take on the B site. Look at this aggression from Voxxi and Ethanol taking control of market now. Is Chicken God going to be ready? Doesn't look like it as Ethanol rips his head off. All left to Simply Square. Yet again in this 1v2 situation. Voxxi and Ethanol playing this perfection, playing all these after plants. There with his back. Voxxi with his trusted A1S.
Voxxi and Ethanol really getting themselves a stranglehold in this game, winning in the last 7 of the last 8 rounds. Really getting themselves sorted, and Ethanol just takes Chicken God out right at the start of that round. Pull down Simply Square. We've heard that a couple of times before this match. It's not the end just yet though, but he's got a lot of work to do. Waiting for a CT push. It's not going to come though.
Terrorists win.
Voxxi peeking out, taking him. Only 2 rounds left to go for this grand final to be over. Can Voxxi and Ethanol seal this one out, or are we going to see an overtime?
Chicken God bringing the AWP out this time. Maybe a bit of a mix-up, and look at Simply
Right.
Square. He's just running on the side. He doesn't even care. But does get punished now, all up to God with the AWP. And this shot there, unfortunately, knows that Voxxi is underneath. But look at the flashes. Look at the utility usage coming in from Voxxi and Ethanol. Just doesn't give Chicken God anything to work with. Decides to run into the smoke with the USP out, and Voxxi, there the AK. 1 round is all they need.
There's only been 1 round secured by the CT side of this half. They've got a lot of work to do here. They need to start turning around. They need to step up their game if they want to take this map to overtime and win. It's not looking too good for them right now. Simply Square trying to up the pace a little bit. In that shot, got naps. To get the first kill on Ethanol, got firing away at Voxxi, and that's going to be their second round of this half. Are we going to see a little comeback from them? It's going to take everything they've got if we want to do that.
Counter-terrorists win.
Does the comeback start now? Stefan, what are we thinking? Is it starting now?
I hope so. I think it's time. It's time we see something super spicy. But it's going to take a lot. We're going to need to see something more from Simply Square here. He hasn't been performing too well in this CT half. It's not a good start from Ethanol taking out Chicken God. Down Simply Square. He finds the first frag. He might just get on this bomb and stick it, you know? Ethanol is so far away. He's not going to be able to get there in time. It's nice from Simply Square. It's good knowledge, good map knowledge to understand how far Ethanol was away from him. He couldn't stop it.
Bomb has been planted.
Yes, indeed. Could we be witnessing something incredible? Is he going to check no out? Yes, he is. All up to Voxxi here. One situation. Knows where Chicken God is. Isn't able to control the spray, and the rounds are starting to get a bit closer, Stefan.
I mean, the last 2 rounds, I don't think they actually got any kills. It just was very quick from the teams just to eliminate the other team. They've been on game match point for the last 3 rounds now. RT's going to start choking this one away. Double AK coming out, Smoke and Flash. Smokey used immediately to watch short. But they're both going to be approaching from market. Is Ethanol going to walk into this? Oh, he's going to take out a little bit of team damage there. But that secures our game and match. We now have our very first double tap champions. And that, my friends, is Voxxi and Ethanol. The underdogs from the beginning. We did not expect that to be coming from us. A solo pairing. 2 players who know each other from the beginning. 2 players who lost in the second round to Deag Wahid, but now have become our champions. Initial thoughts?
Firstly, what an amazing game. We'll go into 3 maps. That overpass, maybe a little bit more one-sided, but when they went to Mirage, always going back and forth, almost taking to overtime. But I don't think anyone expected Voxxi and Ethanol to even make it this far. Like we can see in the pick'ems and etc. Deag Wahid had the heavy favourites, but Voxxi and Ethanol coming in clutch, playing beautiful Counter-Strike, playing the post plant so well, playing double piece. The utility usage was just off the charts from both these players. They deserve to win that.
Yeah, an awesome best of 3 to close this awesome tournament. And yeah, spectacular performance from loads of different people. I believe we might be having an interview with our winners shortly. I think we're going to be bringing in our professional interviewer on the stage to be given an interview.
Main stage.
With Voxxi and Ethanol. Have we got any news on that one? I'm not sure. But before we do that, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been a part of this. Thank you for playing if you have been a player. Thank you for watching if you've been to watch it, supporting this tournament. It's been really incredible to watch. I think we've just now got our players in for the interview. So we'll get on with that now. I'll pass over to Jessica.
Hi.
Hi,
First
guys.
of all, congratulations on your win. Good
Thank you.
job.
Thank you very
Great
much. Thank you.
performance from both of you guys. So at the start, coming into the tournament, did you see yourself making it to the final, let alone going away with the title?
Oh, of course, of course. We had this plan
Yeah.
the whole way along. 100%, 100%.
Yeah, we were pretty confident coming in, so we always saw ourselves in the final. To be honest.
Yeah, and we
Yeah,
just
I
had to make
suppose.
sure.
Yeah, I suppose you guys are coming into it on your own though, so you expect the teams that coordinated and entered this tournament together to be, dominating. But you guys pulled through, so good job.
Thank you.
Mm.
It's been a pleasure.
Which map did you feel you guys did the strongest on in that series?
I reckon Vertigo.
Yeah,
I think
I
we
have to
played
say.
we played Square and J on it before, and then we pulled that pretty close, and then this time was a bit more of a
Yeah,
of
I
a
think
cleaner game from us.
Overpass didn't go your way, but Mirage was very close, so Vertigo probably was your best map that series. Are there any maps that you guys didn't like playing, or you felt you did badly on, or did you manage to ban them all out?
I think honestly, Mirage. At first, it was an unknown quantity to us. I felt like it could have been a bad map because it's one of those maps a lot of people play, and it could be a lot easier for other people to play it because we have quite a few hours between us. I think in the end, we made a wise choice banning Nuke because I absolutely hate retaking on Nuke. It just doesn't work. So I think we had a good pick ban phase, to be honest. Although going back to Overpass, we did have a match earlier in the tournament where we won quite comfortably in that match, but I guess we just overestimated ourselves really in Overpass for that second map. We let it get through the veto when maybe we shouldn't have, but it all turned out well in the end. So
yeah, you guys come out being the winners, so good job on that. Who in the duo do you feel like carried, or do you think it was fairly equal?
it was very equal, I have to say.
I think we both had good games, and we both had games where one of us carried and the other one didn't do as well. So I think it balanced out in the end, to be honest.
Yeah, I was saying during that Vertigo game, we had even kills like for the entire second half, almost for the entire game. It was really, really close.
Yeah. So, any final words from any sponsors or friends? Any shout out to fans at home?
I want to shout out Luke
go
for
on.
me finally beating him. It's nice to finally get revenge after. I mean, maybe like put the blame on my teammates that I had before. I think me and Ethan just had the kind of we just had the chemistry to pull us through.
Yeah.
But I've played with a couple of other players in this kind of format, and to be honest, sort of let me down before. So this was the one this time.
This was the one. Yes. I'd
Yeah,
like to
yeah.
shout
I don't
out.
think.
Let
you
me
gotta
shout
pick
out
which
my sponsor.
partners
I got to
to
shout out my
carry, don't
sponsor.
you?
I got to shout out my sponsor Gucci right now. It has to be done. It has to be done, guys. Shout out to Gucci. It cannot go without saying shout out Sarah. Thank you for watching, and Luca as well. I really enjoyed this tournament, and I hope you guys do something similar soon because I would most likely participate. It's been very fun.
Thank you. Well, there you have it. Our first ever winners for our double tap, NESA's double tap. Thanks for watching at home. We hope you enjoyed it just as much as we have.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Yeah, there you have it. Thanks so much for the interview, guys. Thanks so much for everyone who took part. That's been double tap from us. Any final words to sign us off, Reese?
No, I'm just glad Sam finally learned how to use the A1S spray control, and I'm glad he finally got a double tap. Very happy for him. Very happy for him. I'm very happy for Ethanol as well.
Make sure you guys check out all of our social medias, Esports Alumni, or the website esportsalumni.co.uk. We're back soon with another tournament coming at you. Thank you so much. See you guys in the new one.